Hey guys, and welcome back to the Golfalot channel. Now we've got a really exciting one for you today. As you can see, I'm not at a golf course. I'm here at Loughborough University at the Ping Performance Research Centre. So the reason I'm here is to have a putter fitting. Now this putter fitting isn't just any putter fitting. This is worth £2,000. Yeah, that's right, £2,000. It's a lot of money. So we're going to head inside. I'm going to take you with me and I want to show you through this process of exactly what £2,000 gets you for a putter fitting. Let's head inside and check it out. Before we head inside, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out at Golfalot. And if you like our videos, hit that like button as well. Now let's get inside. Let's take a look at this. So this is the Ping fitting studio. Now, if you look to my right here, you've got kind of a full swing studio, which is where custom fittings for drivers, irons, wedges, that sort of thing will take place in there. Now, if you look to my left, this is the bit that we're going to be concentrating on today. So you can see, the first thing you see here is this Zen green stage. Really cool. If you've not heard of Zen green stage before, it's basically an indoor putting mat that can change to give you slopes left to right, right to left, up and down, that sort of thing, to test out different breaking puts. You can see the cameras on the roof there, they're Quintec. And that's almost like a launch monitor to measure your putting. And then there's another monitor on there, which is iPing. We'll come on to that in a minute. There's all those putters over there. It's like, honestly, it looks unbelievable. Some tour bags over there. Just a really cool space inside here to kick off this fitting. Okay, so if you just come in here a second, you can see the program they're using here, which is called Quintec. Now, Quintec is almost a little bit like they're using cameras on the roof here above the Zen green stage. And it's a little bit like a launch monitor, like a TrackMan or Foresight, basically. Say if you were hitting drivers or irons, and you've got things like here in start direction, aim angle, impact ball speed in miles per hour, zero skid. So different things like that that are measuring the ball data as I'm hitting putts here on the Zen green stage. So really get in there and look at the finer details of what the putter's doing and what my putting stroke is doing as well. Okay, so we're here with Paul. Paul.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing, fella?
All right.
Cheers for having us today. Really excited about today. So, dead quick, can you give us a bit of an overview of how the process works and what we're going to go through to get the perfect putter for me?
Right. We always start off putter fittings with iPing, which is Ping's own fitting tool. And we're going to do a bit of a Q&A about your putting, get a little bit of an idea with that, get some putts rolled. So we take 5 putts, and that gives us a little bit of an insight into how you deliver the face impact relative to setup, how you deliver loft, what is your closing angle, what's your tempo, and off those things we can start dialing you into the correct putter, to the correct shape, and obviously also look at how alignment features kind of influence what you do. We're going to look at ball roll as well, so we're going to see whether the right loft gets the ball rolling better or not, how it suits your aim and starting line.
Nice one. I think it's important as well to mention that before I came here today, I was sent a questionnaire by you guys, kind of a little bit about my game, where I play, what are my most common misses, that sort of thing. So Paul had a decent idea before I even got here of what I'm looking for in my putting, what I'm looking to improve. So let's get into it then, yeah?
Okay.
So we started just by hitting 5 putts on the Zen green stage, straight putts, and Paul's just been matching kind of what I've been saying about my putting with what I said in the questionnaire earlier. Now he's fitted the iPing device here onto the putter, and it's told me to just hit another 5 straight putts, and we're not really concentrating on trying to hold the putt, but actually we're just going to be looking at the metrics of what the putter is doing. Okay, so after using the iPing app and just hitting those 5 straight 10-foot putts, what it's done is spit out some of this data that Paul's just gone through there, and it's given me a putting handicap of plus 3.3, which sounds pretty good, I think. You can see the different data it's given me here. So closing angle, impact angle, tempo, lie angle, and shaft lean. And they're all fairly consistent, really, which is pretty good. It's saying I've got a slight putting arc, and they're all fairly consistent in there as well. My tempo's fairly consistent. So the next step is to have a look at all these different putters here now. So it's important to say that these putters in front of me are part of the PLD range, which we reviewed on the Golfalot channel before. But these are all have different finishes, they've got different millings, they've got different alignments, sight lines, all the different models here that are available from Ping. So I'm going to have a look, pick a couple out, and then start in some puts with those. This bit's going to be exciting. So after a quick look through, I mean, it's just putter heaven here. One that jumped out straight away was this absolute beauty, this classic Ping PLD Answer 2. So what we're going to do now is hit some more puts with this and just get some original data on this. I have picked out another few that I like as well, some different shapes, another different answer. Just have a look at that, look at the milling on here. You see the milling, the detail on that, and the real kind of like stealthy finish to it. Really very little going on, just one sight line on the back, nothing on the top. Let's start with this and then see how we get on. So a really interesting thing I just did with Paul then was something called live, loft and lie, which just looked at where I am at setup and how I set up with the putter compared to what is then delivered during my stroke. And it just showed that I have my hands a little bit low and also just add a little bit of loft when I get to impact with the ball. So it's just looking at which putter might be right in terms of loft and lie as part of the custom fitting. Which one's right for me, both at address to then give me the best at impact. So we've now just changed from a plumber's neck, which is like your traditional putter, to a flow neck putter to see if difference in neck just changes that lie angle a little bit. So interestingly there, going from the plumber's neck to the flow neck putter, it didn't really change too much, either make it tons better or worse in terms of the stats I was delivering. So I've just picked out another one. Now, I mean, I absolutely love this finish to start with. It's called a patina finish. It's almost like, it kind of looks like a rusted finish almost, but it's not. It's kind of got that brown finish to it. It looks really, really smart. Now, the interesting thing here is this is still in like a plumber's neck sort of style, but as you can see, the hossel's just a little bit longer here. So we're going to try this one now, and this will be really interesting to see whether this does improve or change anything with those putting stats. So I'm going to hit 5 more puts. Now this putter just looks unbelievable. I love the finish, how it looks at address, just really, really good. But again, it's not changed too much when it comes to the stats. Now, interestingly, everything you might have noticed that we've been doing so far has just been a 10-foot straight putt. So we're going to use the Zen green stage now and change that up with Paul to put some breaking putts in there to see if that then influences my start line and different things like that when it comes to different types of putt, not just hitting the same straight putt. So this should be interesting. I'm going to stick with this model though, because I really like this putter. So this is something that I've certainly never thought of before, and it's really interesting. Just looking at the milling on the face of these putters, as you can see on this one, the current one that I'm trying at the moment, the grooves are quite shallow. They're not that big, if you like, and that should would probably give quite a louder noise off the face. Whereas if you look at then the grooves on this putter here, you can see straight away that they're much deeper. The far more defined the grooves on this putter, and what that should give is a more muted, quieter sound off the putter face, which is something that I certainly like. I don't like to have much of a pop or a loud ting off the face when you're hitting putters. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stick with this putter, but knowing that if I wanted to, I could get this finish with those grooves on it as part of the fitting. We're going to hit. Paul's just suggested hitting a variety of different putts, because obviously we just hit straight putts there and then a left to right putt that was downhill. So we're going to hit a variety of different putts and just see then how this performs, this sticking with this answer putter here in this patina finish. So we're kind of getting there now towards the end of the fitting. Hit loads of different putts now, hold a couple as well, which has been nice. But for me, I always like to feel a little bit more weight in the putter head. So as you can see here, there's two tiny tungsten weights, one in the heel there and one in the toe. So I'm just going to try this in terms of actual head weight to see if a little bit more weight just helps me as well, and a preference thing as well in my putting. So I'm just going to hit a couple with this to see if we can add these tungsten weights to that answer putter there that I was trying. So really interesting kind of final test there. Paul's moved the green back to a putt that was missing quite regularly, downhill, left to right. I was overborrowing and was missing it quite a bit, but just using this putter here with those extra tungsten weights that I showed you, I've holed 2 in a row there. Really felt comfortable over it, a bit more confidence. So what we're going to do is put those tungsten weights in this putter there, one in the heel and one in the toe. And then what Paul is saying is suggesting I've got the best of both worlds. So this is the really exciting bit now. Absolutely class getting the opportunity to really make this putter my own. So I'm just with Paul looking at different designs. You can get little bits of writing on here on the neck or inside there. You can colour the PLDs, different number. Personally, I think with a putter like this, having this opportunity, I still want it to look really quite classy, and I don't want too much going on with it. I really want it to look cool and fairly minimalist, but there are some little touches that I do want to put onto it. So really, really cool bit, this bit now. So now the final bit, onto the putter grip. So you've got super stroke grips at the top there, you've got some mid-size grips here, and then you've got these grips at the bottom. Now the PP58, as you can see, this kind of original Ping grip is the one I'm going to go for because it comes in the larger size there, there's the mid-size here, but I just love this original PP58 here. As you can see, it's kind of that Tiger Woods one, if you like. It's really thin, Ping man on it, the Ping writing down the front, really thin, all about the feel. And yeah, it just reminds me of watching Tiger Woods as a kid. So I think that type of grip will complete this amazing Ping PLD custom fitted putter. So that's the custom fitting session done. £2,000 custom fitting session finished here at Ping. Absolutely loved it. Really interesting to see my game analysed in that way. Ping are now going to build that putter in Phoenix, Arizona, and then I'll take it to the putting green where I'll find out whether it was really worth it. I'll see you there. And just like that, it's arrived. Absolutely buzzing. Been waiting about 4 months for this putter to arrive. Look at the size of this thing. It looks like the sort of box you'd get a set of irons in. So we're here at Manchester Golf Club. We're going to unbox this thing. We're going to take it out onto the putting green behind me. But first things first, let's get this box open. So onto this beautiful looking box. So we've got the plain black putter box here. We've got this kind of gold sleeve on it as well, PLD custom on there. If I just flip that round as well, we've got on the other side, it just says meticulously milled there. So really nice packaging. And what else came in this box, I just want to show you, is this green label here. So that's all of my specs. Okay, the moment that we've been waiting for. Let's get this box opened and take a look at this putter. So what is in the box? First of all, we've got this kind of certificate of authenticity from Ping Works, which has got the handwritten serial number of this exact putter, made in the USA. We've got a nice black PLD Ping hat, looks pretty cool. Then we've got, this is cool, I like this, it's quite a heavy PLD Ping. I think these are like a practice putting hole that you lay on the putting green and put to. You see pros with it on tour, that's pretty cool. And then, oh, get a look at this, get a look at this. Then we have the putter. So first thing you see is this brown leather, kind of crocodile skin putter head cover with the fleece lining in there that says PLD Custom on it. Got the stepless shaft there, and then the original Ping Tiger, you know which one I mean, grip on it. Now, let's take a look. Oh, how good is that? How good is that? First impressions, it just looks unbelievable. Now, let's get onto the putting green and let's take a closer look. Right, let's take a closer look at this beauty. So, customization wise, obviously you could have done anything with it. I could have put my name on it, you could have put different colours on it. I wanted something really classic, something quite cool, something quite vintage looking. So as you can see, it's got this patina kind of rust finish to it. It's kind of a brown, and that'll rust over time. Love the idea of that. And then design wise, all I've done is really simple. I got the word answer in like a burnt orange that you can see there. And then on the heel here at the bottom, I just got the Ping Man. Really, really simple, but in the same colour of that burnt orange there. Didn't want anything too much on it. I've then got the PLD written on the heel of the face here in white. Dead simple. You see the milling there on that face, just looks awesome. And you can see it's the same on the hosel there. Then on the back, you see that there, you can see these two weights I got fitted into. And then in the back, this is a really, really cool bit. Now, this is something I've never really seen before on a Ping putter. You can see in the sight line there, the alignment aid. Normally that's filled in white, but actually in here, I still wanted the line, but I didn't want it filled in white. I just wanted it the same. And then just in the back there, Ping. I didn't have PLD written in there, but I've got it in that same kind of burnt orange and white. So overall, really, really simple. But I mean, come on, how cool does that look? So, so smart, so, so simple. It's time to hit some putts, I think. Like we always do on putt reviews at Golfalot, just hit a bunch of different putts and get some first impressions. First putt with my new £2,000 custom fit Ping PLD putter. And he's left it short. Right, let's hit some more putts and get into it. So I've hit a ton of putts there to get some first impressions, and the first thing to say is it is totally different than my current TaylorMade Spider GT putter, but the feel of this putter is stunning. Like genuinely, you know exactly where you've hit it off the face. It's really responsive, but I tell you what, it's not going to give me as much help as my current putter. So that leads me nicely onto exactly what we're going to do next. Okay, so it's time for a test. Now, you got to take this with a little bit of a pinch of salt, but we started this video by saying, is it really worth it? Well, so far, yes, this has just been amazing. But performance-wise, am I going to hole more putts? So what we've done is we've set up a really simple putting drill. We've got 3 putts here in almost a triangle, a little bit like a half clock drill. What we're going to do is we're going to hit 3 putts. They're all 6 foot that we've marked away. We're going to hit 3 with the Ping, then 3 with my current TaylorMade, and then we're going to move on to another test. And then I'm going to give you my verdict on the performance of this absolutely stunning looking putter. Okay, starting with the Ping PLD. 1 out of 1. Ooh. Okay, Ping, 1 out of 3. Not the best start for the most expensive putter in the world. Now on to my current putter, the TaylorMade Spider GT rollback. Ooh. Well, at least I got 1 with the TaylorMade, so 1 all after the first test. Let's get on to the second one. The second test we're going to do, you can see there at Manchester Golf Club, they've got those kind of tiny practice holes. So we've lined up a 10-foot straight uphill putt to the small practice hole. 3 with a TaylorMade, this one's going first this time, and 3 with the Ping. Oh, if that were a proper hole, that'd have gone in. Lip out. Oh, 1 for the TaylorMade. That's just another putt there that I've hit that it's just come up short. I'm definitely finding that with this softer milled face, I'm not getting the ball to the hole as easily. Oh, just, you know what that means, don't you? Okay, not my finest ever putting display, I've got to say, but 1 on each with both putters. So there you go, you can see straight away that you can spend as much money as you want on your putter, but if you're going to leave them short, you're going to push them, or you're going to pull them, or even misread them, which I've done all of the above in that little challenge, you're still going to miss putts. Right, let's get into a verdict about what I really think about this £2,000 putter fitting from Ping. So was it worth £2,000? I'll start by saying, when I originally got to Loughborough University and got into the facility, I thought it was amazing. The Zen putting green, the technology they had in there, Paul, the custom fitter that went through it with me, really made me feel comfortable, made me feel at home, taught me through all the technology. Brilliant. And that alone, to be fair, a custom fitting like that, you're gonna pay quite a bit these days for that kind of tech. So that was a good start. I then moved on to hitting some putts originally with my putter. And then what Ping does is it gives you your putting handicap. Now, I'm not a putting tech expert, but I'm still not massively sold on how accurate the kind of putting handicap that Ping gives you is. In a way, it was a little bit strange because actually my putter handicap with my own putter turned out to be a bit better than the putter that I then got fitted for and was hitting with. But then getting the putter, kind of the best bit, to be honest with you, being able to customize it whichever way I wanted, really stylize the putter perfectly to my taste, make this one of one, so nobody else has got it. It's nothing else like this in the world. You get the putter mat with it, you get the hat, you get the beautiful head cover, you get the certificate with it to say exactly that this is your putter, all in the beautiful box. Obviously I'm going to keep that probably for the rest of my life. Really, really special package that Ping do there that really makes you feel like it really does have some serious wow factor. You really feel like, you know, you've got a real buzz around owning this putter. And then we got the putter onto the putting green. So I've hit a ton of putts here this afternoon. I've compared it with some quick challenges to my current putter. Did it beat it? No. Was it worse than it? No. Did I hit some crap putts still? Yes. But do I love the look of this putter and the feel of this putter? Yes, of course I do. It feels amazing. The new grip is something I'm going to have to get used to, but it's something that I wanted. It was my choice. I'm really, really happy with how it's come out, the finish. Everywhere you look at this putter, I mean, it's just stunning. It's so cool. But is it really worth it performance-wise? I mean, you've seen, probably not. So that brings me on to the answer to the question we originally asked. Is it really worth £2,000 to go through this process? Well, no, it's not. But that's a stupid question anyway, because it doesn't matter whether it's worth it or not, because your average golfer is not going to spend £2,000 on a putter fitting. They're just not going to do it. It's not going to happen. But if you have got the money, if you do want this unbelievable experience, if you are a massive Ping fan, if you do want to go through the process and do it, go and do it. Do you know what I mean? It's not about performance really, or whether you're going to hole more putts, or whether your handicap's going to come down. That is not why you're going to go through this custom fitting process. Nowhere near. You're going to go through this process because you want a £2,000 putter with maybe your name on it, with your own design, in exactly the specifications you want, with a special grip on it, in the box that you can keep for the rest of your life. It's going to be something that you are going to look after and save and just enjoy for the rest of your life. So if you put that in context, all of a sudden, £2,000, if you've got it and you can afford it, doesn't actually sound that much. So that's it. Would you pay that amount of money for this putter? Get into the comments below, let me know what you think. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I certainly have enjoyed making it because I ended up with one of these beauties. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, subscribe for more.